Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. I am Fatmawati Lambo, the moderator for the webinar today. First of all, I would like to welcome and thank you for joining our today's webinar on Malaysia's cultural diversity and harmony. This event is being organized by the Bangladeshi Students Union Malaysia and Education and Research Desk. Before we move to our webinar, I would like to inform all of you if you have questions regarding on today's webinar, you may type in the chat box. I will read your question right after the sharing session. I am sure everyone is excited to today's talk. And the speaker for today's webinar is Professor Insinyur Dr. Zuhaina Zakaria. Let me introduce our speaker. Professor Insinyur Dr. Zuhaina Zakaria holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia UTM in 1989. She pursued further education and acquired her master's degree from Napier University, Edinburgh, United Kingdom in 1997, followed by a PhD in electrical engineering from the University of Strathclyde, Glasgow, United Kingdom in 2005. She has been working in Universiti Teknologi Mara, UITM, for more than 30 years and currently a professor in the College of Engineering. Her main research interests are in the areas of energy efficiency, power quality, load profiling, and power system analysis. Currently, Professor Insinyur Dr. Zuhaina Zakaria is the Dean for Institute of Graduate Studies UITM. Her commitment extends beyond academia as she actively engages in engineering professional societies. She is a senior member of IEEE, a member of IET, and presently holds the esteemed position of honorary secretary at the Institution of Engineers Malaysia IEM. Let's now proceed to listen to a speaker's presentation without further delay. The floor is yours, Prof.
Thank you very much, Fatmawati. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all. First of all, I would like to thank the Bangladeshi Student Union for inviting me for this talk. I'm very honored to share with you about Malaysia's diversity and also cultural. So let me present my slide here. Okay, hold on. Um, I think okay, let me I already open it, but it looks like okay, just hold on. Let me do some. I have not been using StreamYard quite some time, so okay, do this. Okay, let me again try this. It looks like it cannot read my slide. Okay, let me try again. Okay. Okay, before that, I would like to say hello to everyone. I was made understand that the the audience are from all over the world. I think I can see from Philippines, from Bangladesh. So it's very nice for joining us today. Okay, can you see my slide now? Okay, can you see my slide? Is it okay?
We can see, Prof.
All right, thank you very much. So, as mentioned by Fatmawati just now, currently I'm with Universiti Teknologi Mara, Malaysia, or UITM. UITM is the largest public university in Malaysia, and currently also I'm also the dean of the Institute of Postgraduate Studies. So, what I'm going to share for you today is about the given topic is Malaysia's cultural diversity and harmony. So this is just a very casual talk, okay? So I just would like to share with you um, what are the essence in terms of culture in Malaysia. So when we talk about culture, normally it's it's include the history of certain countries, the information about the people, the ethnic religion, and also some what you call food, fruits or something like that. So that's what I'm going to cover today. Before that, maybe I would like to ask all audience here, um, have you, I mean, for those who are outside from Philippines and from Bangladesh, have you been to Malaysia? Uh, have you been to Malaysia, or you only heard about Malaysia from the news or from the website? If you can get some comments. Okay, I can see some comments there. Okay, so what I'm going to, okay, please sponsor my trip. Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to share today is about facts of Malaysia, the history, the people and culture, and also arts and culture. Okay, how do you describe Malaysia? If you know about Malaysia, maybe you have some perception about Malaysia. Okay, I mean, there are certain people who probably do not know about Malaysia, but they know about Thailand, which is on in the north of Malaysia, and also they know more about Singapore, which is in the south of Malaysia. But probably some of you have not heard about Malaysia. So at the end of the presentation, perhaps I can summarize how do you describe Malaysia. Right. First of all, we look at the facts of Malaysia. So from the map here, you can see. So this Malaysia. We are separated from Indonesia with States of Malacca, and above us there's a South China Sea, which separates us from Vietnam, Cambodia, and also Philippines. Philippines are very near to East Malaysia. So this is where Malaysia is. Okay. And as you can see here, this is a bigger map of Malaysia. You can see we have two parts. Okay, we have the purple one, which is the West Malaysia, where we have 11 states here. And Kuala Lumpur, our capital, is in the West Malaysia. And also we have Putrajaya, which is the center of the government. Okay, and we have East Malaysia, which is the brownish color here. In East Malaysia, there are only two states, Sabah and Sarawak. And you can see Brunei in between, in the middle of Sabah and Sarawak. And so this is a part of Malaysia. So we have 13 states and 3 federal territories. The red one, as you can see, Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, and also Labuan is called federal territories, which does not have a king or a royal family to govern it, but they are belong to the federal. Right. And this is to show you about my university. As I mentioned just now, UITM is the largest public university in Malaysia, where we have campus all over Malaysia. Okay, as you can see here, We have in every state, we have our campus. Okay, now we have our flag. As you can see here, our flag is called Jalo Gemilang. Jalo means stripes. Okay, Gemilang is glory. So it means stripe of glory, which shows continuous growth and success. So if you can see here, we have 14 red and white stripes, red and white stripes that represent the 13 states in Malaysia and also the federal government. So we have red and white stripe. So the white color of our flag means peace and honesty. The red one represents strength, bravery, courage, and in facing challenges. And then beside that red and white, we also have blue color. Okay, as a background, blue color shows unity of the Malaysian people, and we also have a crescent and also star. The crescent and stars is yellow color. Okay, so yellow represent the royal family that we have in Malaysia. And the stars also includes 14 point of yellow star, which shows the federal territory just now and also the 13 states. So it shows the unity of the 13 states and also federal government. So this is our flag. Perhaps you can see some the colors, red and white, just like the US flags, but they don't have yellow there. Okay, so this is the flag which is called Jalo Gemilang. And we also have a national flower. If you know this flower is called hibiscus, or in our language is called bunga raya. Okay, so this has been gazette as national flower of Malaysia by our first prime minister. Okay, he chose this national flower in 1960. The red color of this bunga raya represent courage. Okay, right. Now beside that, when we talk about the people, the current population in Malaysia now, as in last year 2023, is 33.4 million. Okay, and then we can see that we have about we have about 17.5 million male and 15.9 million female. So there's more male in our country currently. And we also have non-citizens, meaning that expatriate or people from other country who work here, who lives in Malaysia, but 3 million, and the rest are citizen. Okay, now we go to the history of Malaysia. If we look at the old map of Malaysia, you can see here we have before this what we call a seaport. Okay, we have one country here, one state here, which called Malacca. Okay, Malacca is a very busy seaport for European and Far East traders. So the Strait of Malacca divide the Malay Peninsula with Sumatra, which is Indonesia. Okay, so Malacca is a very busy seaport where the European and also East traders come to do their business. Okay, and if we look at the history of our country, the earliest known traces of human habitation is about 40 million years ago. And then in 1400, we have the Malacca Sultanate, which is the starting point of the historic era So where this is a very strong empire which governs or control the Malacca seaport. But however, unfortunately, in 1511, Portuguese came. Okay, Portuguese came and colonized Malacca, or at the moment we call as Peninsular Malaya. And in 1642, about 100 years after that, the Dutch captured Malacca from the Portuguese. Okay, and after the Dutch, then came the British. Okay, now in 1824, the surrender of Malacca to the British by the Dutch. So we were colonized by the British until the Japanese occupation in Malaya during World War II. Okay, when this is the time where the British left Malaya and the Japanese came. But after World War II, after after the Pearl of Harbor uh, case and everything, then British came back and colonized Malaya until we got our independence in 1957. Okay, 31st August is our Independence Day, and at that time it is only the Peninsula Malaya. In 1961, we combined with Singapore and also Sabah and Sarawak from the east part just now. And in 1963, Singapore leaves Malaysia to become independent nation. So Singapore was part of Malaya uh, from 1961 until 1963, yeah, where they left Malaya and becomes their own country. Okay, so if you come to Malaysia, so these are some of the sites that left uh, as a remains from the colonization. Okay, we have the UNESCO World Heritage Site in Malacca and also Georgetown, Penang, where it's give us some historical values of what have been the influence. We have the Dutch, we have the Portuguese, and we have also the British, which came to Malaysia. So I welcome everybody to come to Malaysia to watch this. Right. Now this is when we get our independence. Okay. So our independence, when we receive this, um, the prime minister at that time, it's not the prime minister yet, but the figure that helped us to negotiate with the British went to London and negotiate with the British to give independence. So we received independence from the British without any war, okay, without any bloodshed. We received independence from the British with negotiation. Okay, so after several negotiation, the British agree to give independence to Malaya at that time, which is 31st August 1957. Okay, then as I mentioned just now, when Singapore left, so that is when we officially form what we call as Malaysia on 16 September 1963. Okay, so you can see both East Malaysia and also West Malaysia as one Malaysia. Okay, so I've talked about the um, culture, about the historical values. So now let's go into the people, okay, the people and culture. As you can see here from the picture, you can see we have, you can see we are a multiracial country, okay. You can see a mixed race of people and also a mixed in culture in terms of appearance, in terms of our clothing, and things like that. So in Malaysia, major ethnic groups are Malay, Chinese, and Indian. So that is the major ethnic groups. How how do we have these major ethnic groups? Because initially, Malaya, when it's in the Malacca Sultanate time, it's mostly Malay. Okay, but then we have Chinese who came to do their business, and also when the British came, they brought in Indian, Chinese to do some infrastructure work like rails, rail station, okay, like road and things like that. So that's how they first came here, and then they live here and married, and they have several generation already. So because of these three major ethnic groups, we have three main languages. We have Malay, English, Chinese, Tamil, and other tribal language. And in terms of religion, Islam is the majority here, primarily Malays, Muslim, and we have the Buddhism, which is normally or largely from the Chinese race, and then we have Hindu and also Christianity. So we are a very uh, what do you call multiracial and also multi-religious community. And because of we have multiracial, so we have many festivals. Okay, we have festivals to for the Muslims. We have festival for the Chinese New Year, Deepavali for the Indian. We also celebrate Wesak Day for the Buddhas, and also Christmas Day. Okay, so we have end of Ramadan, Eid to celebrate for the Muslim. So that is why if you are studying in Malaysia, you can see that we have so many public holidays. Okay, in fact, this is the public holiday for the country. We also have public holiday which is for regional. Okay, for example, uh, the Hindus celebrate Thaipusam. Thaipusam is only a holiday in certain states. Okay, like in Selangor, my state, or in other state like Penang. So there's a lot of public holiday. I have my student from China that not complain, but they are confused why there's so many public holidays in Malaysia, I'm not sure whether they like it or not, but they somehow confused when they go to the lab. The lab is empty because nobody in the lab. Okay, and again, because of the multiracial, we have so many foods which is different in terms of taste, in terms of the way we cook it. Okay, Malaysian food. I'm sure that if you have been here and you have tasted some of the food, you can see the difference. Okay, we have nasi lemak rice cooked in coconut milk, which is mostly made by the Malays. We also have roti canai or paratha or dosa like the Indian. And we also have chicken rice or noodles, which probably mostly cooked by the Chinese. Okay, so it's a variety of food. And sometimes people say it is like a heaven, food heaven in Malaysia. And also we have so many local fruits. Okay, in Malaysia is a tropical country. We are on the equator, so most of our fruits are tropical fruits. Like as you can see from the picture, we have bananas, we have durian. Durian, I'm not sure whether you have heard about it, but you can Google it. Durian is a thorny fruit which a very strong smell. Some people like it. Some people maybe put off by the smell. And we also have like pineapples, watermelon, so much kind of fruits in Malaysia. We don't have like strawberries. We do have a bit in the highland, but it's not a common thing in Malaysia. And there are many cultural custom, but I just would like to share a little bit here. For example, you can see that in Malaysia, handshakes uh, are most appropriately amongst men. Okay, and you use your right hand to shake hands with the other person, and women normally do not really uh, shake hands with the other gender. Okay, women normally greet men with a nod and a smile. Okay, and if you go to temple or mosque or a religious place, it's usually you have to remove your shoes. Okay, even when you go to your friend's house in Malaysia, normally we will remove our shoes before entering the house. It is considered not appropriate to enter someone's house without removing your shoes. And then when you pointing, normally use your thumb, okay, like this. Okay, not like using your forefinger. Using your forefinger is considered rude in terms of the culture. And hugging and kissing, especially for different genders, is not practiced in Malaysia. It is something. I mean, um, public display affectionate is normally not done in public, which is um, not a norm in Malaysia. However, probably you can see in the cities like in Kuala Lumpur, you can see that, but it is normally is not a culture in Malaysia. So uh, I asked you just now, how do you describe Malaysia? Okay, for those who have not been here, who have not heard about Malaysia, probably you do not have any clue on how to describe Malaysia. But in essence, based on the uh, my sharing just now, we can summarize that Malaysia is a multiracial and also multicultural country. Okay, so as you can see from the slide, this is one of our famous landmark, which is the Twin Tower, Petronas Twin Tower. So normally people who come to Malaysia will make an effort, especially when they come to Kuala Lumpur, the city, they will make an effort to see this Twin Tower, which is it used to be the tallest tower in the world, but I think now it has moved down. I'm not sure what number is now, but people still come here because it is a very beautiful building. It still mesmerized me, even though I have seen this many times. So if you do come to Malaysia, yeah, make an effort to go and see this famous KL Tower. So again, although as I mentioned just now, we have different religions, different languages, different races. Okay, different colored skin, but we all belong to one human race. Okay, so in Malaysia, we tend to live in harmony and unity, even though we are quite diverse in terms of culture, belief, and also our upbringing. Okay, and peace begins with tolerance and respect for everyone. So I really hope that Malaysians can continue to live in unity, because I used to go to school with the other races, like with the Chinese, with the Indians. So we do enjoy being together. So I do hope that in in the next 50 years, we still can maintain this kind of environment. All right, I think that's all that I have to share tonight. Okay, it's a very short presentation actually, but I'm willing to ask question. We I think we have time for questions, and you can see here this is the children from Malaysia. As you can see, it's various traditional costume. Okay, we have the Malays. This boy with the songkok, we call it songkok, is a Muslim. We have this is from the East Malaysia with their cultural traditional attire, and also the other races. So that's how Malaysia was, I mean, is represented by this multiracial, also multicultural. Okay, thank you for listening. I'll pass back to Fatmawati.
All right. Thank you very much, Prof, for the insightful talk. And is there any question from the floor? Yes, exactly. The one I read one comment here. This one. Okay. He said, I have been 1 year in Malaysia by Mubashir Billah. I have been 1 year in Malaysia. It's an amazing country. People are so friendly here, honest. One common thing we can see every house that is at least a car and a cat. And a cat, yes, especially in
Yeah,
village. That one.
yeah. That's a
Yeah,
very good
for this
observation.
problem. Yeah. I just noted this one. And we have so many people from around the world. We have from
Yeah.
Nigeria, yes,
Mm-hmm.
Prof, Pakistan,
Mm.
India, Philippines, and China, if not mistaken, one there. Yes.
Yeah, it's all.
So, yes, Prof, yes. Okay, this one.
Oh, I can see one question.
Which one, Prof?
How to secure fully funded scholarship in Malaysia?
This one.
Okay.
Ah,
There are. I mean, if you want to get from the government, that's what we call as Malaysia International Scholarship, MIS. You can Google that, MIS. It is normally it is open for international students. However, there are also scholarship that you can get from the university itself. Okay, for example, from UTM or from UPM, you can go into their website and see if they offer any fully funded scholarships. But MIS, I'm not sure when they are open, but it's probably normally like the application is probably
in
like
April,
one.
right, Prof?
Yeah, I think it's
In
once a
April,
year,
if
right?
not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's once.
once in a year.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And we have another one here, Prof.
Mm-hmm.
This one. Can I? I have a question. Why people have a cat?
Um, I also have one cat.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
that is one way of companionship, right? I
mm,
mean,
I do think so.
yeah, it's companionship. You feel I mean, having a cat can release your stress. You know, when you come back from work, you can talk to your cat if you don't have anybody at home to talk to.
Yes, I do agree with that.
Mhm.
Hmm. Okay. So, do we have another question? Another one question? Questions here about Malaysia.
Yeah, maybe I
I
can
have.
share, Fatma. Maybe I can
Pardon?
share.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
Prof.
yeah. I didn't include in my presentation just now that
Mm,
we are what you call as what you call we are democratic country, but we have a king, king that govern us, but the king is not the ruler. Okay, we have a prime minister. So the king is chosen from the king from the state just now. We have 13 states. So we choose the king from the states, and the king rotates every 5 years. They take turn to be the king of Malaysia. So if you read newspapers today, we have a new king just sworn in today. There is king from Johor, which is the southern part of Malaysia. That is our 17th king since our independence. It's very interesting. It's just like King Charles in the UK. So that's how
Mm,
our in Malaysia. Mm-hmm.
exactly, exactly. Well, Prof, we still have another one here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you address the issue of racism?
Okay, right. The issue of racism, I believe that it is also here in Malaysia, although it might not be I mean as big as in the other country. What we need is actually people to accept each other. Okay, mostly people who I mean a racist, they do not really understand, and they do want to understand other people's culture and other people's belief. But if we think that the world is for everybody to live in, and God also create us in many colors and many different of shapes, so we should accept everyone and try to live in peace and harmony. Okay, we shouldn't really raise any issue on racist. That's why religion, race is a sensitive issue that shouldn't be touched, especially in social media lah. Once you touch, then it becomes spread, and it becomes a hate post and things like that. Yeah.
Exactly, Prof. Exactly, Prof. All
Mm.
right. So we have one here, Prof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. From Khatam Kodina. Am I
Mm-hmm.
right, the pronunciation? Does your
Mm.
university offer cultural program for free, like 3 days with free accommodation, maybe?
Mm. Uh, Katamko Dina, where are you from? Um, we do have like student exchange program, but it is normally when our university have a certain memorandum of understanding with your university. Okay, so we do have some student exchange program where perhaps there are some fees, but when you come here, you will be offered a certain program, and when our student also go to your country, they also will receive the same treatment. So if you can check if your university, if you are from university, have any MOU with any university in Malaysia, I think that can be arranged. Mm-hmm.
All right, Prof. This
Mm.
one, another one from Nias Makdum. Can the
Mm.
foreign kids study in Malaysia public schools? If not, why?
Mm. I have no answer for this. I'm not really sure. But I don't see any foreign kids studying in Malaysian public school. Probably because our school also is not enough seat for local people. I think that is what the reason. In fact, I think now in the UK also, when students go there to study, they have to wait for. I mean, if there's any vacancy, then only foreign student can go to school, go to the public school, or else they have to find a private schooling.
All right, Prof. Uh, okay. Is that all the question now? For now? Okay.
Yes,
So,
interesting.
very interesting. So I would like to suggest everyone, if you haven't been in Malaysia, please come and visit Malaysia. You will
Yes.
never regret. You will never regret. I can
Yeah.
you know, so many things you can see in Malaysia.
Fatma,
All right.
where are you from?
Kelantan, Prof.
Oh, okay, you're from Kelantan. Okay. I
Yes,
thought you
yes.
from Indonesia or Brunei. Bukan, eh?
Well, my parents, yes.
Oh, okay.
My parents,
Alright.
yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's
Oh,
good. So do come to Malaysia. Since now COVID is no more here, there's no more lockdown. So start traveling.
yes, exactly. All right.
Okay, Katamko from Philippines. Yes, it's very. I have not been to. I've not been to Manila. I should go also.
So,
uh,
okay, this one from Jabir Muhammad Diko. Hello, please. What is the highest requirement for MIS scholarship, which is constant?
if we look at the website, the focus is normally is for I think from developing country, if I'm not mistaken. But there's a website where you can look for some guidelines there. Okay, let me see. Okay, the highest potential candidate that welcome to apply for MIS from ASEAN countries. Okay, there are 10 countries in ASEAN countries, Commonwealth countries, right? And then if I can read here, Afghanistan, Algeria, Egypt, Iran, Iraq, Jordan, Yemen, Qatar, South Korea. So that's some of the recipient that can apply for MIS. Actually, it is for a quite large number of candidates. Yeah.
Yes, Prof. Prof, in every state, each state in Malaysia, we have different languages, right?
Mm-hmm, yes.
Different dialect.
Yeah, different
That's
dialect.
one of the interesting about Malaysia.
Yes, true.
Mhm,
So
exactly.
once you go from other states, you can explore more. Like just now, when I show you the local food, is just I differentiate between races. But if you go to other state, it's a different food already.
Yes, we have
Yeah.
many kinds of laksa,
Oh yeah,
right?
really?
Yeah,
Laksa
in Kelantan
Kelantan?
we have laksa
Yes,
Kelantan, in Penang
yes,
laksa Penang, Sarawak laksa
yes.
Sarawak, in Johor
Yeah.
laksa Johor. The
So
name almost similar, but the taste different.
yes. So when you come to Malaysia, spend a longer time.
Yes, they should. Okay. So, is there any question? Probably another one last question. Last question. Scholarship. All right. Okay. So I think we have met the end of the session.
Yes.
So we have reached the end of the webinar here. We would like to thank a lot Professor Insinyur Dr. Zuhaina Zakaria for the insightful talk, and also the Bangladeshi Students Union Malaysia, as well as Education and Research Desk. Till we'll meet again. Thank you very
Okay.
much for joining
Right.
us. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. Thank you for being
Thank
a
you,
very good
Prof.
listener. Okay, bye.
Yes. Bye. Assalamualaikum, everyone. Good evening.
Salam. Good evening.